Tonight on Connecticut's news station, first snow of the season is here. The latest timeline, totals, and the temperature drop that follows the storm tomorrow.
And before the snowflakes started flying, the bread and milk flew off store shelves tonight, and so did the snow shovels in the last dash before the storm. We have team coverage of the first snowstorm of 2024. And there is this tragic breaking news story tonight. A deadly crash on a busy Albany Avenue in West Hartford. Roads in the area remain closed at this hour. More details coming up.
Fox 61, Connecticut's news station, begins with a weather watch alert.
Good evening and thanks for joining us on this snowy evening. I'm Carmen Chow. Fox 61 is in weather watch alert mode tonight, covering Connecticut as the first snowstorm of 2024 blows in. Here's a look at the Waterbury Green right now, where the snow is coming down. A live report is moments away. And here's the view from the Fox 61 storm tracker. We're on the move on Interstate 95 in West Haven, headed towards New Haven and I-91. Just look at those snowflakes hitting the camera lens. We'll be checking in live throughout tonight's newscast as conditions change. And here's what conditions look like on I-95 in Fairfield. State officials are asking drivers to stay off the highways tonight so plow drivers can do their jobs. And what about Interstate 84? This is the live view of that highway as it winds through Danbury on its way between Hartford and the state line. If you're headed out tonight, easy does it. Our Weather Watch Alert team has been carefully driving all over Connecticut tonight. Fox 61's Jake Garcia and Emma Wolfhorse will join us live in just a bit. But first, let's get the latest on the storm. Meteorologist Ryan Breton has been tracking it on the Fox 61 radar all day and all night. Ryan, what's the latest?
Hi there, Carmen. Hi, everybody. You saw Fairfield just a moment ago. They already have 2 inches of snow, and that's a pretty common number so far. Winter storm warnings up for all of the state, with the exception being the immediate shoreline where there's a winter weather advisory. And you saw from the storm tracker, the roads in West Haven, the main ones, appear to be just wet right now. That's where the warmest air is, and it's a little bit of a wetter snow there. We've had a good burst of snow, though, coming through over just the last 2 or 3 hours. Snowfall rates of 1 inch or more per hour within this band that's working through the north of Hartford right now. These darker blues indicating that heavier snow around Simsbury, Avon, Canton, into West Hartford and Hartford itself. Over on the other side of the river, too, into East Hartford and Manchester. Steady snow falling right now. A little bit lighter around New Haven toward Durham and Guilford, but there is some steadier snow back to the west through the Naugatuck Valley, around Newtown, too, Southbury, Oxford, Seymour, getting into some steady snow right now. And it is mostly snow even in southeast Connecticut, but the rain snow line is right on the immediate shore. So we think there will be some mixing with rain that happens, especially late tonight and tomorrow morning. It's 35 in New Haven, but look at all the 20s through the northwest corner of the state and the northeast corner around Tolland, where it's 27. A fluffier snow here, but a wetter, heavier snow that will be mixing with rain at times farther to the south. We have a burst of snow coming through now, but there's actually a break in the action south of New York City. This will be coming up for sunrise tomorrow. So the heaviest snow is now through about 2 in the morning. Then we'll have a little bit of a lull in the action with lighter snow, maybe even some mixing with rain in spots. But during the day tomorrow, the temperatures start dropping and bursts of snow may redevelop late morning toward the early afternoon, and things may ice up as the temperatures drop as well. So we'll show you this here hour by hour. Midnight, 1, 2 in the morning, still snowing fairly hard, but after about 3, we get into that lull. So at 6 o'clock tomorrow morning, there's still snow in northern Connecticut, but it's a lighter snow to the south, mixing with a bit of rain in spots. Then we get the temperature drop, and that may come with another burst of snow tomorrow afternoon. We'll have much more on the storm and what follows it too coming up.
All right, Ryan, thank you. We've got our team covering the storm. Let's see what the weather looks like in Waterbury. Fox 61's Jake Garcia is live on the green there after making the trip from Hartford. Jake?
Well, Carmen, the snow is coming down at a decent pace. It actually let up for a few minutes, but just in the last 10 to 15 minutes or so, it started coming back, and the flakes are a pretty decent size as well. And they just plowed this sidewalk maybe 30 minutes ago, and it's already back to fully covered with snow. And maybe you were like me today, and you waited until the last minute to get those snow day snacks and hot chocolate. Well, we weren't alone. Stores across the state were packed with people trying to get those last minute buys before the snow moved in. Long lines and crowded aisles. People all across Connecticut rushed to their grocery stores like this Big Y in West Hartford to do some last-minute shopping before the snow started to fall.
Well, milk and eggs, because that's the essentials, and I think we all have plenty stocked in our refrigerators, so we should be fine.
Whether it was just to grab a few things or stock up on groceries, stores tried their best to keep their shelves stocked.
I have been to about 3 different stores, and every one of them looks like this. They're packed lines, and people are all over the place.
It wasn't just the supermarkets that were busy ahead of the storm. Hardware stores across the state also were busy today.
I've sold probably 5 or 6 snow blowers today, oil, gas cans, snow blower shoes, shear pins, batteries, ice melt. Like, it's just been, everybody's been in today. It's been one of our busiest days in the last couple months.
Larson Ace Hardware said a bunch of customers showed up for tune-ups to ensure that their snow blowers would be able to tackle all the snow.
I had a lot of people who came in last minute, couldn't start their snow blowers, so they needed a stabilizer and spark plugs, but luckily, this year we had everything that they would need.
This store is so busy, only one shovel left.
And this is the last one I have in the store. I don't have any in the garage. I don't have any downstairs. Everybody's going to be prepared for tomorrow, luckily.
While some are excited for the snow,
We haven't had snow in a while, and I have a little grandson who is very excited to sled in snow tomorrow morning. So we're hoping to get just enough for the sledding. Everything else can stay up in the sky.
others are just trying to make it through the first snowstorm of the season.
Wintertime is not necessarily one of my favorite seasons, but one that I deal with, and we'll see what happens.
And while everyone was out earlier, the traffic here in downtown Waterbury has let up since we've been out here. We've seen a lot of people actually taking it on foot, walking the streets of downtown and coming out to the green to have those first snowball fights of the season. We're live in Waterbury. Jake Garcia, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Jake, I'll let you run back into that toasty car. Thank you. Now, right now, Fox 61 Storm Tracker is tackling the mix of snow and rain in the southern part of Connecticut. Fox 61's Emma Wolfhorst and her photojournalist are buckled in and riding towards Hartford right now. Emma, how are the roads?
Hi, Carmen. Well, it's actually looking pretty okay down where we are. I'll go ahead and spin the camera around to give you a look of what we're seeing. People luckily obeying those warnings from state and local officials to stay off the roads tonight into tomorrow morning. As you said, we're heading back up toward Hartford. We're going north on 91 in North Haven, heading toward Wallingford as of right now, and it's still looking just a little bit wet, not too many flakes right now, but on our way down here, we did pass a couple pockets of heavy snow. We even saw 2 accidents along 91 South, so we'll see once we get going back up toward the center of the state if we see some heavier snow on the roadways again. As I said, few people out right now, people morning staying off the roadways tonight into tomorrow morning, but we will of course let you know and check back in if we see more, if we see heavier snow, which I think we will as we get closer back up to Hartford. Thanks so much, Carmen. We're here live. Emma Wolfhorst for Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
All right, take it easy on the roads, Emma. Thank you. So what is it like where you live? We love to see. Send us your pictures of the snow out your window, in your backyard, or on your street, and we'll share them with our viewers and online, like Shirley Austin of East Hampton did. She sent us this great photo after the last snowstorm we had. Just please remember safety first. Text or email your photo to the number and address you see on your TV screen there. Text to 860-527-6161 or email them to share61@fox61.com. And stay with us because coming up, we'll look at the snow beyond Connecticut as this storm heads up the coast coming up. And for updates on the storm, you can use the QR code on your TV screen to download our free news app. We're online 24/7 at fox61.com. We're following two breaking news stories tonight. First, in West Hartford, where a pedestrian has died after police say they were hit by a car this evening. This happened on Albany Avenue near Mohegan Drive. The driver of the car remained on scene. Albany Avenue between King Philip, Troutbrook Drive and Seneca Road are closed for a while. Police investigate. The pedestrian has not yet been identified. Expect to take detours if you are driving through that area. And also tonight, a private jet flying to Montana from New Jersey declared an emergency and was diverted by air traffic controllers to Bradley International Airport about 3 hours ago. Journey Aviation Flight 606 reported a problem with its instruments. Fortunately, the Gulfstream 4 landed safely. That was at 7:10 p.m. And at last check, Bradley Airport remains open tonight. And also new tonight, a tractor trailer caught fire in the westbound lanes of Interstate 84 in Vernon. This was near exit 67. The driver got out safely and there were no reported injuries.